let's get this camera refocused. Hey-o, 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 hey-o. Let's go, you guys. How you doing this morning? It's Thursday, April 30th in the Big 2-6. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? We got like a couple months. But every day that you're here with me and I'm here with you, we get one day closer to the kickoff of the 2026 NFL season. Before you know it, guys, training camp will be here. But until then, I've got news, I've got notes, and I've got banger thumbnails for you guys. Look at that. You see that thumbnail? Ha! You see that thumbnail I made for you? Can I get a like? Can I borrow a French fry? Yo, can I get a like just on the thumbnail alone? We got action Brad Holmes, dude. Brad Holmes in a Jester outfit with, of course, if you pay very close attention, that is, of course, Howie Roseman on the belt buckle. A little sad, Howie Roseman. Best NFL team fits for notable remaining free agents. Debo Samuel to the Chargers. Can I interest you in a little... Herbert, can I interest you in a little Debo Samuel? Little Debo Samuel. Trayvon Diggs to the Jets, huh? Jets? Can I give you anybody that may potentially have, I don't know, a one-armed puncher's chance at an INT this season? Can you take that monumental step forward, New York, under the tutelage of the defensive prowess of Aaron Glenn? Those of us here in Detroit know that he wasn't really that great of a defensive coordinator, but he was there. And he was part of a winning program. So, by default, then he gets, of course, a head coaching job. But the Jets stumbled last year under the first-year tutelage of Aaron Glenn. No interception. So what can we do with some of the best notable remaining free agents out there? Now that the draft is concluded, we can kind of, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, kind of patch together, 3 or 4 guys along some rosters. If you're the Lions, you got 85. You can carry 90 into training camp. You got 85 cats on the roster. Other teams, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. Then we will talk about NFL. Why do you guys watch us? I don't understand, dude. YouTubers are dumb. YouTubers are stupid people. NFL. Indefinitely bans YouTuber who walked onto the draft stage and grabbed the mic during the Steelers pick. The league warned that law enforcement will arrest him if he's found at any NFL game or event. Dude. I mean, I get you want to be a viral guy and have your little moment, dude, but you're dumb. You're dumb. The NFL is a big money-making machine, and you just really, you're dumb. I don't know, man. I don't get these young guys. I don't get these young guys, and they're just like ideas. Maybe it's the plastics in their brain. I don't know, man. These young guys make bad decisions. But at least the NFL is being lenient on them. Personally, since I'm 38 going on Paul Harvey, with a, somewhere, that's not a fair description, you guys. I'm 38 going on somewhere between Paul Harvey and Andy Rooney, okay? That's a little bit more accurate. I say arrest him, lock him up, send him to the Iron Bar Hotel in a taxpayer taxi. Let's go, you guys. That's what I would have absolutely done. But luckily for this guy, he just got a little slap of the fist, or a slap on the wrist and a wag of the finger. We will discuss and see what popped off and went down. And then we're going to go ahead and shift gears directly over to the 313, talking about the Detroit Lions. Hey, look, Jamie Erdahl. I always happen to pause these clips of Jamie Erdahl in the most unflattering picture ever. Amon-Ra St. Brown weighs in on the Lions draft class. Detroit Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown offers his thoughts on the team's 2026 NFL draft haul. Boy, I got some filler material for you guys. Then we'll be rounding the show out with the thumbnail, the headline. Of course, I like to end the show with what you came here for, which what drew you in, so that I can draw out the watch time. You guys, if you think about it, over the year, we've gone from average viewership duration on all of my content from about 4 minutes. And that was the average amount of time that people would watch the content. To now we're hitting the 12 to 15 minute mark. Look at us go, huh? Look at us. Look at us, huh? Look at us. The Detroit Lions tried to trade up to the 13 spot in the 2026 NFL Draft. Who they were likely going to get. The Lions tried to trade up with the Rams at the 13th pick, and we have 2 ideas on who they wanted. Yeah, and I think what the slipper, Mike Payton, over here at A to Z Sports has laid out for us are 2 very clear-cut schools of thought that I think we all could have seen the Lions going in the first round of the NFL Draft, though. I'm pretty sure that I was still right on the money with my assumption, and it was always going to be Balake Miller, but we will discuss all of that. We will take your guys' chats and more. How you guys doing this morning? Good morning, everybody. What's up, dude? Mr. Detroit City, how you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Brent Supreme's here. Mr. Fig, my mom. Rick's hanging out. David Keldeck, what's up, dude? No consequences for their actions. Participation trophies. Yes, exactly what that YouTuber kid. I 100% agree with you. David Keldeck, Mr. Fig, make an example of him like South Korea. Yes. Dude, yes, exactly. Johnny Somali, prime example of what needs to happen to these degenerate, just absolute degenerate, smooth-brained, single-digit IQ YouTubers, dude. Like, and what drives me up the wall, man, is that, like, now, first of all, if you look at the percentage, it is incredibly difficult. They're like 99% of YouTube channels have less than 1,000 subscribers. So just to get to 1,000 subscribers is a monumental step in any YouTuber's career. It's actually the biggest hurdle to overcome. So if you guys could subscribe to the channel if you're new here, ring that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. right here at YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. Okay, we are live on 3 platforms. I got to give Mr. Figs a shout out. Perfect transition right into my call to action. Shout out Mr. Fig, dude. That exact. I don't think you knew that you were doing it, dude, but you did it. And man, we all come together here in Mad Hatter Nation. I know you're asking yourself, what is Mad Hatter Nation? Well, Mad Hatter Nation is, of course, a bastion of sanity in a sea of nonsense. It's where all of the based, it's the most based content. I think we are. I think I would have to agree with Kane that I'm probably the most based NFL content creation station and Detroit Lions content creator out here. We are an independent organization. We are the Hat and Beard Show. I'm here with you. You're here with me. Hit that like button. Share this content around with all your friends, guys. We're going to go ahead and kick it over to my guy, Jocko, and then we're going to get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Man, I absolutely love you guys. Hey, I got to encourage you guys to head on over to Rumble. There is the link down in the description of the video, as we do see a little bit more of the purging going on. And I got to give a shout out to all you guys that did you get notifications on YouTube? I got another copyright yesterday, guys. I got another copyright. I dared to watch content. Oh, no. I dared to watch somebody else's content that had music in it that I didn't. Whatever. It is what it is. Not a strike, not nothing like that, but I do notice that, about once every couple of weeks I get one of these, and then there is always a dip in the amount of traffic for about 7 days following. Now, it says no impact to the channel, but I'm curious. That being said, I would encourage you guys to head on over to Rumble. It, of course, is the free speech alternative to YouTube. And not for nothing, guys, like half the time, if I could just overlay the chat, it's like you guys are just like talking to one another. You know what I'm saying? It is hilarious. I'm getting notifications. Got one today. Hell yeah, David. I appreciate that, man. I was curious about that. Trying to kind of figure out what happens. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get like some data, I guess, on the info, so that I can expect what to have happen, so that I can brace for impact. If I dare watch content that isn't transformative enough in YouTube's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Brandy, putting the old link in the chat there. I appreciate you, sister. She's got dancing bananas going on over in the Rumble chat, you guys. It is a lot of fun over there in the Rumble chat. So I got to encourage you to head on over there. So let's talk. Sorry, I got a little allergies. This year's been absolutely buck wild, huh? Absolutely buck wild with the allergies. Not a big fan of them this year. Let's talk about best NFL teams fits for notable remaining free agents. Could we see Debo go from West Coast to East Coast back to West Coast? Is he heading to L.A. to play with Air Bear? That could be a possibility. What about Trayvon Diggs coming off the bum leg? Is he going to put a strap up for the Jets, and then be like a midseason trade to the Cowboys? You know what I'm saying? When Jerry's like, oh, come on now. Come on back home now. Come on. Trade for the Jets. We'll take a little look here. The conclusion of the draft, blah, blah, blah. Top 101 free agents have already been signed, blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about people. Jawan Jennings, Seattle Sea Chickens, with Ayuk on his way out of San Fran. It honestly makes sense for the Niners to re-sign Jennings, but since they haven't yet, there's another fitting suitor in the NFC West to consider. JSN was incredible for the reigning Super Bowl champion Sea Chickens, but he shouldered a hefty 36% of the Seattle's targets and 37% of its receptions. Both figures counting as the highest by any player on any team in the season over the last decade, and that is saying something when you look at the monumental workload that a lot of these wide receivers have taken on over the past couple years. Mike McDonald's squad needs a legitimate wide receiver too, perhaps a guy who wins contested catches and is a red zone threat, who also willingly contribute to the critical Sea Chickens run game would suffice. If Jennings is down to sign for number 2 money somewhere around the, just if he's willing to take just sidekick money, $22 million per year. Can you survive? Can you eat? I know you're probably going to be having to eat a couple bologna sandwiches and maybe eating some leftover spaghetti on a meager $22 million per year. But he'd be an excellent fit for former teammate Sam Darnold and the Sea Chickens. Yeah, but that's only if he's willing to bear the burden of a meager $22 million per year. I am such an absolute poor. Calais Campbell could play for the Buffalo Bills. Good on Calais Campbell. He'll be turning 40, though, on September 1st. That'd be an 18-year NFL career. Very, very rare. We've seen it. We've seen it a little bit more occasionally now, I'd say, where guys are extending the longevity of their careers really into their, early 40s. Tom, Aaron Rodgers, But Calais Campbell has a few things going against him. One, he does play down in the trenches, right? There's going to be innately a little bit more wear and tear on your body on a down-by-down basis. Also, he's not the smallest guy out there. There is a lot more strain on all of his organs being the size that he is, both in skeletal structure and in the mass that he carries around. You figure Calais Campbell retires from the NFL, probably easily drops a good 20, 30 pounds within the first year, just out of not having to eat up to his maintaining weight of calories, right? So at a certain point, you got to start weighing cost-benefit analysis, and you guys know me. I'm a big fan of being able to walk away while one can still walk away from the game. Joey Bosa projected to possibly sign. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler. He logged 4 sacks and 17.5% pressure rate over the first 8 games in Buffalo, and 8.3% rate over the back 9, including 2 postseason contests. He'll turn 31 in July and is best suited as a rotational edge rusher. And this guy, just so we're clear, I have nothing against Joey Bosa, but the rotational edge rusher role, something we see happen a lot of times at the back end of edge rusher's career. They still got a little bit more gas in the tank and a few tricks up their sleeve that they've really honed in over the years, a little bit higher of a profile the majority of their playing career, and kind of still have that punch, but you don't want them out there, 3 downs. You want them, on 3rd down, a couple of sporadic sprinklings here or there. Bring that waz and pizzazz, bring a little sizzle to everybody else's steak. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I've routinely and still hang my hat and my beard on to say, if you guys are really under the idea that Max Crosby will ever land in Detroit, it will be at that point in his career, once he is in the rotational edge rusher, pass rush specialist role. That's all I'm saying. But Joey Bosa could be a little punch up here for Tennessee. Not a bad fit there. Debo, of course, Debo to the Chargers. We've kind of talked about that. I don't care about Debo or the Chargers. Ha, little bait and switch there for you. Kevin Zeitler, they got him projected to sign with the 49ers, obviously San Francisco. Spencer Burford, San Francisco lost starting guard Spencer Burford in free agency, so an upgrade at the interior here is important. Zeitler's a 14-year veteran and the 1 year stint he had here in Detroit was a very productive year. I liked what I seen out of him, but, age catches up to all of us. And then finally, they got Hassan Reddick over here signing. Oh, I'm sorry, one more player. They got Hassan Reddick signing with Green Bay. Come in as a guy to kind of replace what they're losing in Rashawn Gary. Kind of ironic that Rashawn Gary went to Green Bay to replace Micah Parsons after Micah Parsons went from Dallas to Green Bay. Just kind of funny, haha. I don't like this. I don't like Hassan Reddick going to Green Bay. I don't like anybody going to Green Bay. I think Green Bay should do everything they can to sign the 2026 class of the freshly minted Porta-Johns and deploy a 22-man Porta-John squad out onto the field. I don't like anybody. I don't like Green Bay. I don't like the town. I don't like the colors. I don't like the team. I don't like those stupid fucking blocks of cheese that they wear on their head. It's just lame. It's just so lame. Everybody other than the Detroit Lions in the NFC North is just so lame, dude. Like the Bears are so like, dude, who's worse? Chicago or the Vi Queens? One literally is the Vi Queens and the other has old Giggle Willie there. And small PP Benedict Arnold Osama Ben Johnson, the trader in the Windy City. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like the Bears and the Vikings are so lame, dude. And the Packers. Bro, you wear cheeses on your head, man. Stop it. Get some help. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't right, dude. Y'all ain't right. Trayvon Diggs could potentially sign with the Jets. Jets. But they drafted D'Angelo Pons. D'Angelo Pons is supposed to be the next Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn was practically in tears drafting D'Angelo Pons because they said, he's just like Aaron Glenn. And he was almost... I used to be a researcher here in the NFL, so I've seen every mind-boggling statistic you can imagine. That the New York Jets managed 0 interceptions over the entirety of the 2025 seasons remains one of the most absurd facts I've ever encountered. It's I can't read that. So let's fix it. Diggs, 11 interceptions in 21, remains the most by any player in a season in the last 40 years. He also had 3 in 12 games as a rookie in 2020 and 3 in 2022. Then a rash of injuries derailed each of his last 3 seasons. Diggs is the perfect low-cost, low-risk, high-reward signing for a team like the Jets. If he can't rediscover his early upside, then no harm, no foul. The team signed Nashawn Wright and drafted D'Angelo Pons at the position. But the 27-year-old harnesses his Pro Bowl form once again. Gang Green could get an excellent bargain and end up with a sneaky strong secondary next season and beyond, despite trading Sauce Gardner away last November. Real quick, I don't know why I thought of this. Is Fireman Ed still alive? This is gonna sound super weird. Is Fireman Ed still alive? Okay. Wow, his last name's Anal Zone? That's fucking awesome, dude. As of 2024, okay. All right, cool. I know it's super weird. I don't know what made me think of that, but like I was just like, Jets. I just thought of that old Fireman Ed just like screaming on a Monday Night Football game with like Wayne Corbett and Chad Pennington, dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what made me think of old Fireman Ed, dude. Demolish how like button the Bears are worse but Lucifer in Green Bay deserves the smoke from Osama Ben Johnson. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome, Kane. Fucking awesome. Tell you how I really feel. I can't stand them, dude. I can't stand anyone in the North, dude. Oh, I forgot. David Njoku's also a free agent, for whatever that's worth. David Njoku hitting the mercenary phase of his career, dude. So I guess what I'd really like to know is not where David Njoku is going to sign, guys, but do you guys how many teams does David Njoku sign 1-year deals for the rest of his career? Does he do like a bunch of 1-year stints for like the next 6 years, or does he do like a 2-year deal somewhere like say Carolina where they got him projected, Or does like 2 years and then like a couple of 1-year dealio dues? You know what I'm saying? Because he's hitting that mercenary phase where he's still talented enough, dude. He's still talented enough. He just didn't fit the offense no more, dude. And he got beat up by a young guy and Harold Fannin for the #1 contract is up. Dollars, bro, dollars. Yeah, they drafted. They projected to draft Kenyon Sadiq, right? And that didn't happen, dude. So they still do need a wide or a tight end to kind of help out. And David Njoku could be that guy, dude. And that's kind of where he's at in his career now, dude. As we talked about with Joey Bosa and the defensive end kind of becoming a mercenary as a rotationary edge piece. David Njoku kind of brings that availability of, hey, you got a young developing wide quarterback. You need a safety blanket to come in and just be out there. You know, maybe a couple weeks he's just the calisthenics champ of the week, just out there running routes. 28 routes, 0 targets. You know what I'm saying? But then there's other games where it's like, hey man, we are so glad to have the vet. 6 catches, 88 yards, and 2 tuggery doos. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like it's that mercenary phase of his career, I think, at this point, dude. Same with all these cats. It's kind of the gist of where we're at now is these post draft free agent signings. These guys kind of settle into that mercenary role, and you've seen it now where guys are even willing to wait as late as the mid season of the regular season to sign with teams because they're just like, hey, you know what, dude, I still got it. I just want to go after a ring, so I'm gonna wait and see how the field's shaking out, dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's I honestly, of all these names out here, I think Joey Bosa to Tennessee makes not only the most sense, but incredibly viable. Then probably Debo to the Chargers. I wouldn't want to say David Njoku to the Panthers, but David Njoku will get signed. He's too good not to. I don't know about Reddick or Diggs. Diggs has a lot of upside. But then, yeah, Juwan Jennings, specifically to Seattle, makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. I kind of like that vibe right there. That's not bad. That's not a bad stickery-dickery-do. The NFL bans YouTuber. We're going to shift gears here, guys. I got way too out in the weeds here. Indefinitely bans YouTuber who walked onto the stage and grabbed the mic during the Steelers pick. What did he do? Let's go ahead and just take a look here, guys. This dude, let's just watch this. Here we go. Come on.
All we had to do was not drop the ball. So I did what Pete Carroll couldn't. I ran it in. Come on! Come on! Come on! With the 67th pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Luke Maxwell! Luke Maxwell! Luke Maxwell!
How much you want to bet like 3 years ago this kid had the like most broccoli of broccoli head haircut?
Wait, Daddy, no! Oh shit, I'm not supposed to! You supposed to be up here, dog. I won that ounce of pig. Luke Maxer? Luke Maxer.
Let's go right now.
Where are we going?
Get out the stage, bro. This way right now. Let's go.
I wanted to announce a drop pick.
No, let's go.
Luke Maxer, Summer University.
What's that?
Luke
Nobody
Maxer.
knew you were supposed to be up there. You gotta let somebody
No,
know.
I asked him. You asked him? Remember, I walked by, I told you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Are you serious?
No.
How did you get up there? Where did you get on stage at?
I went behind like enemy line. Like Rainbow Six, I droned it out.
Why did you think you could go up there?
Because I wanted Luke Maxer to get drafted by the Steelers.
No, that doesn't work. Chill, man.
All right, yes, sir.
Give me your cred.
Oh, I have to give it up?
No, you're gone. You're leaving.
Wait, I have to leave?
Yes, you do. You just don't jump on the stage, man. No one else has been on the stage.
But I saw Sketch and Speed do it.
Who?
Sketch?
No.
What is that?
What is all that?
This captures audio, sir. And I don't appreciate you touching me without my consent.
I didn't touch you.
Oh, okay, then
He
I'm
hasn't
mistaken.
touched you.
Oh, I thought he lifted my shirt up is all.
What is all that? Are you taping this?
I'm gonna announce a pick. I want to be able to like hear it and play it back to my kids.
Okay. Give me your name again.
Durf.
Durf? Never should have went up there.
Yes, sir. I just thought it was okay since I droned it out.
What's your last name, Durf?
Or nothing. ERNU.
T-H-I-N?
Yes, sir.
And where do you go to school?
Streamer University.
Streamer. Is that a local here?
It's south of Miami. You know Kai Sinet? He's the admin there.
Bro. We're so cooked, dude. Oh my God. Go back to the cave, fellas. Go back. Go back. Turn around. We fucked up. We fucked up. Go back to the cave. What the fuck, dude? You were indefinitely banned from any NFL game or event, the league said in a letter that Bayer read on his YouTube video. The ban is league-wide and will be enforced rigorously. Should you be found at any NFL game or event, law enforcement will be summoned. Come to me, law enforcement. And you will be arrested. We sincerely hope that you will take this opportunity to reflect on your actions. Yes, yeah, dude, bro. I can't even. This fucking guy.
I hate that too. And my mom's K-pop concert. I can't do that.
All right, let's get out of here.
Are you?
Yeah, we're escorting them out.
We were asking if you would hold them until we ban them.
Oh, you need a ban. Okay. Damn. So you're serious about the bans?
Yes.
Dude. As for why he did this in the first place, other than clicks, it somehow traces back to former Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell. Bayer said the whole stunt was meant to troll Bell after claiming the former All-Pro ducked me in a 1v1 months earlier. What the fuck? Oh, I get it. Oh, guys, I get it. No, it's, oh my God, we're so dumb. He's retarded. He's a retard. Oh, okay, gotcha. Dude, he's just a fucking retard, man. He's just a little retarded kid. He's just a little retarded boy. Okay, gotcha. He was the other kid. He was the runner up to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's what it is. Gotcha. He's the runner up, dude. He's the runner up to Make-A-Wish. Gotcha. We shouldn't be so hard on him. He's just a poor little retard. Poor little tink. Poor little retard boy. He's just the runner up, dude. He's the runner up to Make-A-Wish. We need to not be so mean, guys. He's just a little retard. Who's going to be traded for Vrabel? Shit, man, I don't know, dude. You can't fix stupid. Saying this guy's room temp IQ would be a compliment to his intelligence. It'd be insulting to room temperature, bro. I looked at his channel. He is a moron. Not even a sports channel. For real, Brand. He's not even a sports channel, dude. He's just he's just an asshole. He's just a retarded asshole. God, man. How many? Brandy, can I ask how much does he have? Quite a few subscribers? Does he have enough that this is how he makes his money, isn't it? He makes what could be argued as probably generational wealth if invested properly doing this, doesn't he? Which is why, dude, I totally understand why I don't know the dude's name, but he runs the channel Legion of Men. Why he tells people you just need to retard max, dude. Just retard max. There's no point in trying anymore. Just retard max. Just retard max and you will make $1 million. I was telling Hat and Boobs this the other day. I was like, if I really wanted to like go viral, I would just make 1 million shorts, and every one I would just like put a popsicle stick on my fucking forehead. You know what I mean? Just 1 million stupid Jeremy the Quartering shorts. Hey guys, look at this. And the whole time I would just have a popsicle stick stuck on my fucking head. Just retard max, dude. Pretend you don't know anything. Just walk about with your mouth hanging open, sucking fucking wind, retard maxing, and you'll make $1 million. It's fucked, bro. He's stupid. Stupid is a choice. Damn, Rick. Rick says retarded is an excuse. He's stupid. Yeah, you're right, Rick. Yeah, he's not retarded. He's just stupid. Oh my God. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh my God. He's just a fucking idiot, dude. But yeah, here I am at the end of my driveway next to my mailbox with egg. Amon-Ra St. Brown weighs in on the Lions draft class. Stupid is the IG platform. Dude, it really is, dude. You're 100%, Jack. You're 100%, dude. Stupid is as stupid does, man. Stupid is as stupid does. Ugh. I bet you that if this kid would have touched grass once in his life, he probably wouldn't have done something. I mean, just... Also, let's just not forget. I don't think this kid understands how unbelievably lucky he is that the NFL is just like, you're just banned. You know what I'm saying? They could trespass him. They could, theoretically, had he have said anything mildly off kilter and it been on camera, the FCC could go after this kid. You know what I'm saying? Or the FCC could go after the NFL, and the NFL would then subsequently go after this kid. You know what I'm saying? Which, look, man, these IRL streamers, these kids, man, these fucking morons, dude. The more trouble they get into, man, look, dude, these platforms. Bro, I get hit with copyright claims for watching other people's videos and reacting to it, right? And it's not even their channel that's claiming me. It's the music on the video that they made, right? Now, it didn't have any impact on my channel, but like a week ago was the draft, right? I got clipped on the morning show for age-restricted content because I cited statistics about the lifespan of the proven statistical lifespan of communists under communism, and dared peruse the PSA website. You know what I'm saying, dude? So I get hit with that, but meanwhile, these guys can go out here and do this and straight up idiot max. You know what I'm saying? And they don't get nothing. They get 20,000+ extra subscribers off of this. They get more CPM, dude. They get sponsors. They get ad deals. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like we live in the goof troop times, dude. Goof troop times, bro. How do I win a pair of those sweet orange Fear and Loathing aviator glasses? That needs to be your first giveaway. Under communism, I would be dead. Me too. Actually, Brent, so I do actually, I used to wear them, and I have them over on my desk over there. I actually do have their replica Hunter S. Thompsons with the cigarette holder in them. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. These are, I don't know when I started wearing these orange glasses, dude, but I like them, dude. I've always found that, like, orange glasses, in a weird way, kind of seem to put everything into a little bit more of a high def. It makes everything just pop a little bit more for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. It crisps everything up, kind of eliminates shadows and stuff. You know, I'm a sunglasses guy. The NFL has some very expensive lawyers. He doesn't even know how bad he messed up. He might as well retire from YouTube or any other social media podcast they will be watching. Dude, they block blue light. Gotcha. That makes sense. I wondered about that, dude. I wondered about that, bro. I wondered about that. Yeah, Rick, the NFL's got them, like, insurance grade lawyers, dude. Those guys that will, like, they're like the CIA of the insurance game, dude. They will absolutely destroy your life, dude. Or they'll just make you disappear because you figured out anti-gravitational technology. So what does Amon-Ra have to say about our draft class, guys? What does Amon-Ra have to say? I feel like Blake Balake Miller is exactly what we needed. A tackle that has a mean streak in him. I saw some of the highlights putting dudes on his back and finishing guys, he says. I feel like him and Penne are going to be a sick combo. Hell yeah, dude. St. Brown said Hutch probably is thrilled about getting 2 Michigan guys, Edge Derek Moore and Jimmy Rolder. Quote, I've been waiting a long time for the Lions to draft a USC guy, he said, referring to his alma mater. And I kind of thought, you know, there was 3 USC guys that I was watching. I think it was Lucas, the defensive end. There was a safety I was kind of eyeing a little bit. I can't remember. I think it was Ramsey. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then, of course, our guy was Eric Gentry, the hybrid linebacker. So Amon-Ra, it ain't by a lack of hat and beard rooting for you to get some USC guys, bro. We was trying over here. The star receiver is also excited to meet Kendrick Law from Kentucky, the newest addition to the receiving corps. Quote, he looks like he plays hard. Jahmyr Gibbs said he was with him at Alabama for a very short time. He's excited to see him. You can watch the full episode of The Guest, blah, 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 right down here. Link in on this. So the link to the article is in the description, and you can, of course, then click on the link to the podcast through the POD. So shout out, hey, Kelly Rowe. All right, never read you before over here on POD. Not a bad article. Could be not to be an asshole. Could be a little bit more meat in this. But you know what? Hey. Not bad. All right. Let's go ahead and kick it on over here to, of course, you know where we like to finish the day out, right, guys? We like to finish the day over here to A to Z Sports. Shout out the Slipper, Mike Payton, Detroit Lions beat writer. Shout out A to Z. Hey, why don't you guys just hire me to just hire me. Just hire me and just broadcast my show. I'll do it for $10,000 a month. Yeah, dude, it's all about viral moments, Kane. You are completely correct, dude. It's all about virality, dude. We live in the viral times, dude. Everything's about clips. What up, Snake? How you doing, man? Oh, we got Lucas, the D end as a UDFA. Oh, okay, right on, dude. I hadn't paid attention to that, dude. That's what's up, dude. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Well, there you go. Anthony Lucas. All right, good shit. Yeah, I was watching that cat. We were watching him a little bit. I don't care about Melvin. I don't care about Luke. I don't care about Eric. I don't care about Deshaun. I don't care about Aramis. I don't care about Aiden. I don't care about Eric. I care about Anthony Lucas. Lions land one of the most consensus highest rated undrafted free agents in Lucas. He never quite lived up to the high expectations he had coming out of high school as a 5-star recruit. But he had athletic tools and upside that could lead to more production with development. Detroit already doubled up a defensive end with Moore and West in the draft, but Lucas is an intriguing addition. The team's group of edge defenders is getting crowded with others like Hassanin still in the mix, but Lucas might have the intangibles to be the contender for a spot. Yes, he might, and that's no slight to Ahmed Hassanin. Ahmed! Hey, the Egyptian magician. The hammer. Guy. You gotta move to fullback, dude. You gotta move to fullback. Please move to fullback. So, what were the Lions trying to do here in the draft? The Lions tried to trade up to 13, the 2026 NFL draft. Who they were likely trying to get. The Lions tried to trade up with the Rams for the 13th pick. And we have two ideas on who they wanted. Let's go, you guys. Hey, shout out Brent. I do appreciate that. I had no idea that we'd grabbed Lucas. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, dude, blue light hijacks the limbic system, makes the freaking frogs. Yes, 100% makes the freaking frogs guy. What's up, Tampa? How you doing, man? Dye your hair blue and get some face tats. That's where the clicks are at. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. Anthony Lucas has all the traits, but he has not the skills at all. Either he's retarded or USC can't develop players. Both? Could it be both? Could it be a perfect storm of both? Oh, man. You know what? I'm glad we're at least kicking the tires on him. How's that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the article right there says he couldn't quite put it all together for being a 5-star recruit, man. Damn, dude. Talk about some swag. Now the 2026 NFL draft is in the books. This is where you start to hear all of the rumblings of the things Detroit Lions are attempting to do during the draft. On Wednesday, we learned a big one. The Lions tried to trade up. The trade offers that came the Rams' way at number 13 were, quote, soft, a team source told The Athletic. The Dallas Cowboys traded up to take Ohio State safety Caleb Downs. The Detroit Lions had interest in moving up, a team source said, but the return didn't excite in a draft that thinned out considerably by day 3 due to so many college players returning for NIL compensation. Didn't we just talk about that, huh? How about that? This is going to be a thing, guys. The thinning out of draft classes because of the NIL. I think this is something that we need to keep an eye on over the next couple of years, guys. This is something that I think will begin, Brett Coleman talked about it in the video we watched this yesterday, where when you get into a slightly more of an aged out class, you got to be a little bit more sharper on your picks or know exactly who and how you're going to take and how you're going to try and develop them. You know what I mean? So puts a little, not that I am a fan of the NIL, right? But I do like that it puts the pressure on teams, NFL teams, to do their homework, work harder, look at these guys more, have a plan going into it, and it puts more pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? I do, though, I got to admit, if guys are going to use NIL in the way that we've seen Akeem Mesidor maximize it, it is very hard to argue against it. You know what I'm saying? If guys are going to use it the way he did, man. But you know what? You can't respond to what is it? You can't respond to data with anecdotal evidence or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We know that from a national viewpoint, multiple NFL insiders, including ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, reported that teams around the league were viewing the Lions as a trade-up threat. But who was this for? The big question, well, we have two ideas. The first one is a Miami edge rusher, Reuben Little Arms Bain Jr. In the hours before the first round began, we heard multiple times that the Lions were working the phones, looking to move up to get Bain. Of course they were. Made Bain a lot of sense for the Lions. There was the expectation that he was going to fall out of the top 10, which he did. There was also the expectations that he would never make it past Tampa Bay, which he didn't. Trading up the Rams might have been the last-ditched effort, although Ravens GM Eric DeCosta said he had an agreement with an NFC team to trade down and that the team called and had changed their minds. No word on who that team was, though. Who could that have been? Well, we might never know. The other thing that the Lions might have actually been trying to trade up to get is just the guy they wound up getting. Lions GM Brad Holmes said after the first round that the Lions strongly considered trading up to get Miller, and that after the Rams picked Ty Simpson, they felt comfortable that Miller would make it to them at 17. Quote, "We talked to teams up, way up, and we just talked about it and tried to see if we can be at peace with what the capital is that you'd have to expend. But we definitely explored strongly about trading up," Holmes said. "Right after LA took the quarterback, I felt pretty good that we might be able to just get Blake. At the end of the day, the Lions got their guy at tackle in Miller, and then they got their edge rusher in the second round in Derek Moore. So it all worked out. Look at us go, dude. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And, all good things come to those who wait. And again, this now makes 2 years in a row where we have seen heavy speculation and information surrounding the Detroit Lions about Brad Holmes being aggressive and trying to trade up for a defensive end. Last year was Shamar Stewart, right, out of Texas A&M. The Bengals ended up grabbing him, but apparently we were trying to trade with the Bengals to go after Shamar Stewart. Couldn't quite make it happen. And then now we're hearing reports, hey, the Lions were very aggressive in trying to trade up, and by all accounts trying to trade up and go after Reuben Bain, right? But ultimately that wasn't able to come to fruition. Bain took his powerful little short arms to Tampa, so not a big move for him. And the Lions get to bring our guy, who is about a 2-hour drive from his home, up from Ohio to the Motor City, Blake Miller. And I think that when we all look back on it in 10 years, and Blake Miller has 72 All-Pros and 44 first-team All-Pros and Pro Bowls and Potty Awards, and we're all going Penei who? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about Penei Sewell. But I'm just kidding. Calm down. Pump the brakes, dude. I'm very hype about the Blake Miller trade. How do you guys feel about, or the Blake Miller draft? How do you guys feel about this? How are we feeling today, y'all? Anthony Lucas read that one. I think they wanted Proctor, not Baines, I think. Yeah, Tampa, it did seem like the reports where we were pretty high on Proctor. It's going to force the NFL to pay more for the rookies. True, dude. That is true. Consider what they waste on the first pick on. I find it hard to believe the Rams turned down any offer to trade back. And I don't know. How do you guys feel about the Rams? Do you feel like that was the guy they wanted? I feel like people are making too much hullabaloo about Sean McVay and his reactions. Age's number, at least that's what the Asian chicks tell me. Hell yeah, dude. Wasn't Bane the one with the auto accident that killed him? Yep. Lions unlucky to draft him just for that. Yep, Jack, you are 100%. That's why I call him Death Race. His arms are too short to turn the steering wheel, dude. Yep, that's exactly who you're thinking about, dude, and that's exactly why I didn't want him. And then I heard him talk on the mic, and I was like, yeah, no. Dodged a big-ass bullet with tiny little arms. You know what I'm saying? Baines accident was 2 years ago. The passenger wasn't wearing a seatbelt who died. Yeah, but I believe there was a second accident as well prior to that, though, Brent. I think there's been 2 auto accidents. I don't know if there's been 2 fatalities, but he has been involved in 2 auto accidents, and both times he didn't have any drugs or alcohol in his system. So that's why I was making the joke that his arms are too short to reach the steering wheel. I think McVay just wanted to make sure Stafford knew he was still their guy. Yeah, Art, I think so too. And what I was when I was thinking about it, first of all, who are any of us to question how Sean McVay conducts his business, considering he's one of the most effective coaches in the NFL, and 2, There has been a lot of evidence about the success rate of quarterbacks who are drafted in the first round who just sit behind potential Hall of Fame quarterbacks, Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, league MVP quarterbacks to just learn from, and then having a relatively easy transition into the NFL once they finally take over to the team. I don't know what team in the NFC North I could possibly be thinking about who has had a historic record of that happening at this point. Gee golly jeepers, gee willikers, oh gee whiz. Maybe this isn't we're drafting him to compete with Stafford. We're drafting him because this is the guy. Maybe we need to listen to Sean McVay when he says, I seen him making throws and coordinating plays that are exactly how we run in our system, and I could see him running it in our system. I was like, well, so he just went after the guy he wanted. Careless drive. Oh, it was a careless driving accident. Gotcha. I knew there was two things. I know the one had a fatality, and then I just remember a small blurb about something else prior to that. Careless driving, not reckless, lower charge. Gotcha. They covered up the first accident for 2 years before the draft. He got another reckless driving charge the year after they killed a girl. Gotcha. I wouldn't trust Sean McVay as far as I could throw him. If I were on the Rams, I wouldn't either, especially if my name was Jared Goff and I was stooping his wife. Yeah, no, Brent, I couldn't remember what it was. I remember he had two situations, and one was not. I couldn't remember if the first one had a fatality or not, but I remember there being an auto accident. And then the second one, yeah, there was a fatality, but obviously he wasn't charged with nothing. Hoping Brad is smart enough for that when it gets closer to that time for Goff. Oh yeah, he'll be fine, dude. He'll be fine, dude. As long as the plan isn't for us to draft some Heisman caliber quarterback in the third round out of Tennessee with a bum knee for him to become the heir apparent. Gee, I don't know who would ever make that decision. And then I have no idea what YouTube content creator who calls himself the Hat and Beard Show would be super hype about the drafting of Hendon Hooker and being like, oh yeah, we got our guy. Oh yeah, super solid pick, super big steal in the third round, Hendon Hooker. Oh wait, yep, that was totally me. Vrabel got a standing. Oh no shit. What's up, Raw? How you doing, man? You made it this morning, dude. We're just wrapping up though, brother. Didn't draft a cornerback over Simpson since the secondary was the main issue last year. Yeah, dude, but they spent money on their secondary. They went after McDuffie and Watson, dude. Passenger was found at fault in her own death because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Yeah. Well, yeah, Brent, that's it. He wasn't charged with nothing. And like the hard thing that people can like it's like he just flat out got into an accident because there was no drugs or alcohol involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he just, I mean, accidents do happen, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But if only he had 32-inch arms. Maybe he could reach the steering wheel. Maybe if he had 32-inch arms, he could have reached over and clicked their seatbelt in. Oh, I'm an asshole. I shouldn't make these kinds of jokes. I shouldn't make these kinds of jokes, guys. That's some bad taste. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all hanging out today. Obviously, we're running about 5 minutes shorter than the full hour, but bro, it's the off season. It's a slog. It's brutal. There's nothing to talk about, man. There's nothing to talk about, and we're making the best of what we can with what we got. We're the kings of sticks and mud in the offseason. Look at us go, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you who hung out during the articles, who commented or subscribed to the channel. I do appreciate that. Make sure you guys have the notification bell turned on before you head out the door so you can be notified when we go live tomorrow from 10 to 11 a.m., Monday through Friday from 10 to 11 here at YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. Until next time, I've been Hat and Beard. You've been an attentive audience. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bonga bonga. Frig off.